Do female college students backchannel more than male college students? By Ana Ruiz and Veronica Nava. A backchannel is a sound or gesture made to give continuity to a conversation by a person who is listening to another. Introduction. Gender differences and verbal aspects in things like talkativeness, language style, and content of speech, Tannen 1990, and nonverbal aspects in things like personal space, body posture, gaze, facial expression, and amount of touching. These distinct communication differences are expressed by a variety of ways, such as backchanneling. There are different types of backchannel responses strategies. For this study, we only focused on yeah, right, uh-huh, and head nodding. Throughout the semester, we saw that women tend to be more active listeners, which means that they tend to backchannel more frequently than men. For this reason, we hypothesized that female college students backchannel more than male college students. Methodology. The study that we investigated by observing female and male college students was from the show How to Get Away with Murder by Shonda Rhimes. The college students that we focused on were the main characters, who are Wes, Laurel, Asher, Connor, and Michaela. Ideally, we would have liked to observe people in our class, but due to the pandemic and distance learning, we decided to choose this show. Here are some ways we collected data. We closely examined the first 3 episodes. We examined the backchannels between the main characters, how often the main characters use the backchannels. Then we transcribed the backchannels to tables describing the time and the backchannel that they used and who used it. After we were done with the tables, we made the bars for a better understanding of how often the backchannels were used. Our hypothesis was correct because, to our findings, female college students do backchannel more than male college students. Um, we recorded a total of 17 backchannels used by female college students, and the male college students used a total of 15 backchannels, which within the first 3 episodes that we saw totaled to 32 backchannels. Here you see 2 data tables. This first one here is on episode 1. The total backchanneling in the first episode from the male college students was 7 against 3 from the female college students. And in episode 2, you'll see that the male college students used 12 backchannels and the female college students used 4. And they both had a variety of gestures in common.
So in episode 3, we recorded a total of 17 backchannels. Of those 17, 12 were from the female college students and 5 from the male college students. The most used backchannel were from male students that used within the first 3 episodes. Female students used word gestures such as nodding, hand gestures, smiling, and laughing. As predicted, female students use more backchannels than male students. This study is related to gender due that women and men communicate using a different style. Men communicative style is aggressive and dominant. Furthermore, this study displays homogenic masculinity and confirmed that men tend to communicate more straight to the point instead of backchanneling during a conversation. So, my partner and I, We used the first three episodes from the show How to Get Away with a Murder. So we got only three conversations from the episodes. This one is the first transcript from the first episode. That is from Laura, Michaela, and Connor. So as we can see here, Connor was more dominant in the conversation. For this reason, he had more back channels than the female college students. In the second transcript, we see that Wes is more dominant in the conversation with Michaela. For this reason, he did more back channels than her. But in the third episode, we saw a big difference between the male and the female college students. The female college students were more predominant in the conversation, and for this reason, they had more back channels. So, in our conclusion, our hypothesis was correct. Although some episodes mainly focus on male students, our data showed that female college students backchannel more solemnly based on one episode that provided a lot of data. We observed how the college students backchannel more when being questioned, were under pressure, and when put in difficult situations. So, what does this mean in gender language? So, gender differences in verbal aspects such as body posture, facial expression, and short responses such as yeah, right, uh-huh. Researchers have shown that male language is used as hierarchy and dominance. The male style tends to be more aggressive, competitive, and structured. On the other hand, the female style is more emotional, comparative, and more intimate. Tannen 1990. Thank you.